Welcome to an artist's life. I live by the sea in New England, and I love to share my quiet, simple life of art and garden and home. So I hope you will feel that you can come and join me. Welcome to an artist's life. Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's vlog. Una and I are just, Una and I are just out on the front section here by the sea. And on our last vlog, I shared some of the sun-loving, drought-tolerant plants I purchased, as I really want to make this bed is the main bed I see when I sit in my sitting room and in my plant room in the kitchen. I can see this view the most, and so obviously the sea is the first and most important view, but this poor bed really needs to be done. And back in the day when Bunny, the original Bunny of Bunny Hall, was here, she loved her garden. This was a beautiful bed, but a lot of things have changed. We had to lose her tree here because boars got into it last year, and so her hydrangea is no longer shaded, so that sits in full sun. So it just needs to be redone, and I want to do it a little at a time. So how I like to work, which is, I can always use the excuse that it's because I'm an artist and I like to do things in phases, but the proper way would be to get the bed prepared, do all that prior to laying out the plants, but I can just use the excuse of being an artist. Oh. I also wanted to talk about the fact that normally I do one vlog a week, which is what I've moved to, but I want to try some new things out this week. So I'm going to try maybe a few more shorter vlogs and maybe focus less on one big long one at the end of the week, just to see if it actually may be less work. I know that sounds counterintuitive to what you would think, but I'm just going to do a series of short vlogs this week and see how they turn out and what happens. And that way I can share more of my things and maybe compartmentalize them, like gardening and home, having a day where I do an outing, those type of things. So what I'm going to do now is just start laying out some of the plants and see where I want them to start, and we'll get going from there. Right, Una? Here you go. On with the arranging. And I'm just going to stop for a moment just to share these little moments of, well, they amuse me. They might be boring. I mean, I see countless ships, from container ships to sailboats to big luxury cruisers, sail by. But this just happens to be one of the big ships that are heading through now. It's just nice to share a bit of life here by the sea. I'll be in the garden or in my studio and look up and see a big ship, and I just like to go out and watch it, especially if it passes by a lighthouse. It just has a magical quality. You know, I need to get a proper zoom lens. I always say it and yet I never do it. But there you go. I had to stop because a ship's going by and I wanted you to see. Many have asked me how I get anything done with the view, and sometimes I wonder. I certainly never get used to it. I mean, it's always there. So it's like a constant friend, or a fickle friend sometimes, depending on the direction of the wind and the tide. But it definitely punctuates my day. I'll be in the midst of doing something, whether it's painting or doing the dishes, and I'll just have to stop and see, what's Algernon Seagull up to out on his flat rock, or is the tide right and the wind right that the spitting rock is going to be spitting at me. However, right now, the tide's just about out, nice and calm, and you can just see the movement of the reflection. And a gull cries. The ship is in a little better view. Una calls out to remind me that she's over by the plants we're trying to plant, and that we need to get back to work. Really, she just wants me to turn more soil so she can eat the bugs. Part of the day here, living quietly by the sea. All right, let's get back to work. We can't spend all day dilly-dallying. Well, this is hardly riveting content, but Una is approving of my placement, and the sun's come out. Actually, it's been going in and out all day. Well, so the only work, inverted commas there, for the border thus far, is that I simply have sort of come out with a pattern. I think I'm going to go back and get more Santalina, because I think having it as a hedge here will be really good. And then this is why I like to buy at least 2 of something. Normally I do odd numbers, but my budget didn't allow. But I think I may go back and get a couple more of these just to give this the sort of structure, because these will do really well in the sun. And then if I make this structured pattern of the succulents in this row, and then a border of Santalina, and this Santalina will it'll get quite big, so I can mound it down. That's why I'm debating if I want to put it in the back and just do lavender as a border. So that's another option, which is also why I'm not planting. I like to live with something for a few days, and then I'll turn the soil, and Una and I will be gathering more saute by then. But yes, so thus far the work is laying out where I want the plants to be, and heading down to the beach. So let's head down to the beach again and get some more saute, and Una can play in the sand whilst Mummy works. Sounds about right. Unlike a real child, I can't put her to work. All right, let's go down to the beach again and get some more saute. And I think we'll also probably, since I'm not planting this today and I want this to be a garden vlog, I think maybe we'll plant some seeds, because my last batch of seeds came in, thank goodness. So I've been pretty happy with these. I'll show you. It is, and again, I'm not sponsored. It would be amazing to be sponsored, but this is just Burpee brand. You can get it in most box stores or your garden center. It's this system that I actually learned about, again, from watching Laura at Garden Answer, who's such a great source for gardening. This is the first time I've tried this, and I liked it so much I went back. I have now about 5 of these for seed starting, and I actually really like them because, they're just your basic. You have the little dome, but they come pre-pelleted. And then I also bought some backup of that soil. It's like a hard block of soil you just add moisture to, which I can show in another vlog. But see, these just lift out like this. And what I like, because I'm always busy doing so many things, is this lifts out like this. This is a wicking piece of fabric. And then these are little platforms that hold the seed tray up, and see how the water is down here. So as long as you keep that filled, which I fill this maybe twice a week, then the seedlings wick up the moisture as they need it. And then these just sit here quite easily, and then the dome goes over the top. And then of course, after they've started, I take the dome off, as you often do with seedlings. Here I can show you how good some of these are doing. These are some zinnias and lovely first year blooming hollyhocks in peach colors, as I'm trying to get a collection of peach flowers to try out a peach and blue garden this year. So it's quite easy, so I'm pretty excited about it. Now the seeds I'm going to be planting today are some things I've been wanting to try. This is what I'm really excited about. These are from Johnny's, which I finally got these in. Poor Johnny's. I think the small seed companies have really had trouble this year with different regulations and things getting their seeds out. But better late than never. So this is Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus, and I'll put an image of it up on the screen. But this is another thing inspired by Laura. This is a hibiscus, but it's an annual hibiscus you grow from seed each year, as opposed to the more like shrub-like or the other varieties of hibiscus. But you grow it for its beautiful foliage. And then, so I'm going to do a whole tray of that. And it loves the heat and the sun, so I'm going to try it out front seaside, so we'll see. But then I'm also going to be planting in this other tray, in this seed starting section here, I'm going to be doing some tower chamois asters, which I'm going to put that picture up. Look at how gorgeous those are. Now these are beautiful. They're just an aster, but don't they, so they're just an annual flower. They're meant to be a cross between a peony and a mum, and they really are. And look how beautiful that color is. And then I'm going to be doing some apricot Lisianthus. Now, of course, Lisianthus are perennials. I'm not sure if these are hybrids. So can't you just picture that these beautiful soft pinky peaches with that deep burgundy of the hibiscus? So yes, today we're going to be planting up some seeds. I figured I'd throw this in, as today is meant to be home and garden vlog, so this is what I'm getting up to today. We worked outside a bit, and now I'm planting some seeds, and then Una and I will probably go back outside and plant up my Johnny jump ups. So onwards and upwards for my first attempt of shorter vlogs. All right, let's get planting our seeds. Well, despite our not having dug over the border, I still call it a good day's work, as we've kind of laid out what we think we're going to do to start this big border. And this is going to be a project I'll probably work on through summer. But we did plant our seeds, and of course, I took my 2 6-pack flats of Johnny Jump Up violas and my beautiful new primrose, and I planted these up. And obviously they couldn't be easier planters. I literally just put the primrose in the center and rimmed the outside with the violas. And then I love this container. I use it for cut flowers, for plants, sometimes I just pile cute objects in it and use it in the house. I use it at Christmas. So I just stuck the rest of the Johnny Jump Ups I did not use in the terracotta pot. And then I cut, we're very lucky here with our honeysuckle. We have both vining and shrub variety. So I cut some bits of the honeysuckle shrub variety, which has they're just forcing their leaves now. And then this fun little bit of decorative stuff here is actually last year's pansy, or petunias I left in. I just let them dry because I think that their vines are kind of cool to use in arrangements. So those are literally I just dug them out of the ground. They're last year's annuals. So I thought it's a really pretty way to end today's planting vlog and enjoy our trip to the garden center on our last vlog. And we had a fun day down gathering salte for the future border. And I've been thinking about it. I think I am going to put the Santalina along the center and let that get like large and make a beautiful almost a backdrop on both sides. And then this side I can I'll do a hedgerow of lavender, and then on the other side that Santalina in the center can be a backdrop for another collection of flowers. So I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. It is shorter, and I'm going to try out a couple of different style vlogs each week as opposed to doing one large vlog, just because I want to see if it actually frees up my week a little bit better than I'd hoped. So, and as I'm here, this lovely vine, which is starting to push its leaves, is my Arctic kiwi, which fruits. It's a kiwi that's obviously can handle our climate, and I love it, but I regret planting it on my pergola, and I need to dig it up before it gets going too much and move it to the production garden where I want to keep my grapes. I have 3 new grapes that are seedless, so that needs to be done. Always things to be doing, and that's exactly why I'm going to try to do more random vlogs throughout the week as opposed to one big long one. All right. Well, thank you for joining me here today, and I hope you enjoyed our time with Una and playing about, and I shall see you in the comments and on the chats. And remember, stay creative.